Alright folks, here we are again working on this hot tub. It's Woody from Obadiah's. We've got the strainers that are going in. We've got the strainer in. It's basically thread-on fitting. I use a sealant on the back side of the threads. Nothing on the inside, just the gasket. Make sure you're in the middle of the stave. I won't cover all that on another YouTube. Essentially you come out and you glue. There's some tricks to when you're putting pipe together. For example, putting in a valve. I have these jets that are a little high on either side to the water level. So when you're sitting there, the jet kind of, if the water's a little low, blows across, hits you in the face. So I'm putting a valve in. The valve's going to go right here. And what I'm doing is reducing water pressure to the upper jets. But anyhow, while I'm doing this, I want to show you how to deal with PVC pipe if you ever had to repair a spa or something with this kind of plumbing. What you do is, to put a valve in, you put the valve where it would go, make a mark on either side. As you can see, there's quite a recess, so that it slips in quite a ways. You don't want to cut yourself short. You need to be able to get it together. A quick trick, the way I cut it is with a Sawzall, which is something like this. This is a battery operated DeWalt, but anything that has a blade on it, you can even do it with a handsaw. You just cut it. Kind of hard to show you how to do it while I'm holding the camera, but that was the pipe that was in there. And so now you put the valve in. Essentially you have two glues, two parts of the glue. You have a pipe cleaner and a PVC cement. Gotta say PVC on it. I like the clear stuff. There's blue stuff that you can see. Clear stuff you can't. Doesn't matter either way. The thing with the blue stuff is it smears and you get it all over the place. And, it's just looks better with the clear, I think. But if you can't remember what you've done, then use the blue stuff. I put everything together bit by bit and don't try to do everything at once, so and just start at one end and work to the other, and I generally don't miss stuff, but whatever. So anyhow, you have two parts. You have a PVC pipe cleaner. The pipe cleaner is like water. It's a solvent. You put it on the outside of the pipe very, very carefully, and what it'll do is it will make it clean because it's a solvent, and it makes the rubber or the plastic, the PVC, soft, and it helps make a better bond when you use the glue. If you don't use the primer, you will never ever ever get a good bond. And when you're doing a hot tub, you better have good bonds. So this stuff, basically when it glues together, it's fused. So there's a fusion process, a chemical reaction that takes place with the glue, the fitting, and the hose that we're applying this stuff to. So now you've got the fitting that's going there. You want to make sure you do that on the inside of that as well. It's kind of hard to do while I'm holding the camera, but basically just smear that stuff around in there. It's, like I said, it's like water. It's not glue. You don't want to get it on your skin. It will definitely dry your skin out. So anyhow, put it on the inside and the outside. And see now how clean that fitting is, where I'm going to be applying the glue. But there's another trick that I want to kind of show you. These things are stiff. I mean, it's going to be hard to get that in there. So what you do, when you're dealing with PVC pipe, is you use a heat gun. And you'll take and you'll heat up the pipe. And that makes it flexible. Even though it's August here, it's probably only about 75 degrees. What it does is it makes it pliable. So when you go to put the fitting in, you can move stuff around. One of the things I like to do is label my stuff so I know which is what, because when you got this much hose it gets a little confusing. So as you can see, we're way more pliable now. When you put this stuff together, you get the glue in it, you got to push it in, make sure it's all the way seated to the end. You want to look at the end of your hose and make sure you got a straight cut. If your cut's not straight, you want to either recut it or trim it. There's burrs that are on the pipe. You want to clean them off. I take a pocket knife and just clean them off. So try to have a nice cut on the end. This one's got a little burr on it, but it's not too bad. It's a straight cut. If it's on an angle, recut it. I mean, you can't get it to seat unless you have straight cuts. Those are two nice straight cuts. So, very important. This is high pressure. You can actually see through the plastic. These are fittings. This is where the jets, this is the air part. The water goes through the lower part of the jet. And you can see actually the air goes through. This one's upside down. These jets are normal. You got the water in the bottom, air on the top. This one I just flipped upside down, so the air goes through all three. But anyhow, you got your water goes in through the jet. Now you can see the actual fitting and the hose going in it and how much there is. Almost 2 inches. Here's one that wasn't cut real straight. So that gives you an idea. Now when you're under pressure, it's important that you get good seats. I like clear valves because you can tell. You can see all mine are nice and well seated. So there you have the valve installed. Sorry I couldn't show you me doing it. I can't hold the camera and put it in, but anyhow, like I said, you get this nice and hot and it's flexible, and you can put a valve like that in an itty bitty little slot like I just did. So we're wrapping this plumbing up so we can get this hot tub filled. This is Woody from Obadiah's, the hot tub project, saying see you in a few.